Yeah, so today we will see the block logs. First, we will try to access few sites, and based on that, we will see the logs on the Zscaler Experience Center. So I'm already logged inside this Zscaler Experience Center, and let me see this Zscaler client connector status for the internet security mostly. So I'm in the off trusted network, and I'm connected with the Zscaler. Okay, and this is my user ID. So let's try to access few of the sites. First, I will access this youtube.com and see if I'm blocking or not. Yeah, so this youtube.com is blocked, and I will check the relevant logs inside this Zscaler, like what is the region it is blocking. So I try to access YouTube. What is the cloud app category, which is streaming media, and rule violated inside this streaming media is this one. So let's go on this Zscaler. I will go inside logs. And since this is a internet website, all the internet websites logs are found inside this internet and SaaS category itself. So either it is web logs which I'm accessing through browser, either it is non-web port or web port, but if it is accessed through the browser, this is a web inside traffic or logs. Even if the cloud applications are blocking, those are also found inside this web insights only. Then there is a mobile from the mobile device, then firewall insights, non-web traffic, not accessed through the browser. So those logs I will see inside this firewall insights. So let me go inside this web insight, and so after insight it's the internet and SaaS, then web insights, and let's go to let it open. And I have tried accessing this youtube.com, and the username is this one. So I will apply the filter for the username. So I'm in the web insights. There is a insight tab and log tab. So I will go in the log tab, and I will apply the filters. What would be the filter? First, the filter would be for the source. And if I once I have selected the source as user, I will include. What would I include? I include that user ID. So I have selected it. Now, what is the second filter which I need to apply? I can apply it for the URL itself. Let me apply for the URL and what site I was accessing. So let's check it here. So this is youtube.com. So enter it here and run it for 5 minutes. Let's run it for, okay, I can see the logs now. So let's do the analysis. This logs got generated at 11:49, 3 minutes ago. Now it is 11:52. This is the user ID, and policy action is not allowed to use this streaming media. What is the location? Location is road barrier. So any users who are coming from the off trusted network, means they are coming from home or any other location. So those apart from office location, so those will be the road barriers. So this is the URL which I'm accessing. URL category video streaming, and I need to see the policy through which this is getting blocked. So I have come across this blocked policy, and what is the policy name? YouTube blocked on. Let me make note of this, and let me check what is that policy which is blocking the access. So I check the logs inside this log section. Now I will go to the policy section where I will see the policy. What kind of policy? Internet and SaaS application. So so that was a SaaS application actually. So if I go, okay, internet and SaaS. So once I go there, I will go inside this SaaS application and then I will go inside this cloud app control. So SaaS application and cloud app control are something, uh, the the apps which are there on the cloud. So this is identified as app. So the YouTube is identified as app, and what is the category? The category is streaming media. So I will go inside cloud app, then list of cloud app category I will see, and I will go to the streaming media because what I can see here, the cloud app category is mentioned as streaming media. So I will again cloud app category. I will go inside this streaming media itself. And once I go there, I will look out for this policy which violated the access. So let me see. Okay, this is the policy which is blocking my access. Let's check the details. So inside this, action is block, rule name is this one, the order is fire, rule is enabled, there is no expiration, and notification is cloud app default notification. This can be changed to other also, but this is what the policy is which is blocking my access. So now if I want to allow access to that user, what I will do, I will create one policy about this allowing the access, and that should give access to the users. So this is how the cloud app control policies are checked. Now let's look at this one another URL, and we'll check like from where it is blocking. So let me open this. Okay, this is again blocking through other drugs. Now this is the web category, and this web category is other drugs, and root violated blocked inappropriate content. Okay, so let me go back. Now this is not blocking from the cloud app category. Why? Because it is not mentioned in here itself only. So what is mentioned? It is only mentioned as web category. So it is mostly blocking through the web URL itself, or web category I can say. So let me go inside this URL filtering now. So any logs related to web, I can see inside this URL filtering, and any application based blocking is there for the internet sites that I can say see inside this as application control. Any file which is blocking, I can see inside this file type control. So now I'm there inside this. Let me go and check the logs first. Go to the logs. And what is that other information which, okay, this is other drugs website. URL category I should see. Here it is. I can check logs for last 15 minutes. Yeah, I can see the logs now. So when the latest log got generated at 11:44, now it is 11:58. So no, the latest log is on 11:55, and now it is 11:58. So 3 minutes ago, I got this logs. What is the policy action? Not allowed this URL category. Okay, the location is road barrier. URL is this. This is the URL, and what is the region? Which category it is matching? URL category is other drugs. URL class and the policy type. What kind of policy it is blocking? The policy it is blocking is URL category only because of this policy type. Okay, so let's go and check what is that policy which is blocking. So this is the policy which is blocking. So let me block policy. So block policy name I have made note of it. So let me again go back to this policy, again go to this URL category. Let me check if there is a policy which is blocking the access. Yeah, now I can see the policy. The rule order is 9, blocked inappropriate content and action is blocked. And let me open this policy. So what is the URL category? These are all the URL categories which are blocked. And what is the method through which it can block? These are all the methods through which it is blocking. So there are 15 plus categories which are not allowed to access on any kind of protocol. So web traffic is blocked, notification is URL block default, rule is enabled, order is 9, and rule expiration is nothing. So it's a permanent rule which is there. So this is how we can check the logs. And if I want to allow that traffic, we can create a new policy about this policy, and we can allow that explicit access to the users whichever access is needed. Thank you.